time, we be pubbing on the grind. If it's LJ from Houston, pulling up stats, you'll be pulling in stacks, hitting bookies from the back with no Vaseline. I need green and up see quantities for a fiend, save the dreams for a king. This is H-Town, home of the lean. Astros is the team, and we rock it. We rock Texans for life, you can't stop it. Together like brothers and Becks and Jets.
What's going on, sports fans? We are back again. RaWordz podcast presented by, of course, LJ from Houston. And we're talking the NFC East NFL division matchups tonight. And, of course, when I'm on the stream talking football, I have to have some of my friends, OGs, on. So, picks from Dave. How you doing, my guy?
I'm doing well. Ready to break down the NFC East and maybe talk about winning some money. How about that?
Hey, we can do both, bro, because that's always good, talking about money. As everybody can see, we're a little light tonight, but it's all good. We may have some special guests pop in. Who knows? We're going to be talking, just telling us how we feel about this upcoming NFL season, man. And like I said, I'm excited. Can't wait. My palms are itching every single day, waiting, just to be patient after Labor Day, because after Labor Day, I'm all in, Dave. You know what I'm saying? I'm locked in. Steers business. So want to talk the NFC East with you tonight, man. We're going to start off with the Eagles. Coach Nick Sirianni, 2 years. Quarterback Jalen Hurts coming off a Super Bowl appearance, and their over-under is 10.5. Now, the Eagles are been top 5 in total yards last year, top 3 in rushing the last 3 years, top 10 in passing last year, top 5 in points scored. The defense is legit. Top 10 in defense 4 straight years. Top 10 in points allowed last year. Number 1 in pass defense last year. So, of course, they retained all the major pieces that they have. So, I believe that the Eagles should be right where they were last year. I think the schedule is pretty, more substantial for them this year. They're going to have to play, some better teams. Because last year, I really feel that their schedule was kind of, light, and, they got through the regular season pretty much not too much going on as far as injuries or anything like that. But we saw they went to the Super Bowl, so they're a viable team. We know it. But the offense is legit. You got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, excellent receiver core, in my opinion. But my main concern, Dave, is how they can't score in the second half. They're 9.5 points scored in the first half last year, which was money. I mean, their first half spread last year was money. I probably took it 2 out of the 3 weeks, so because this depends on who they were playing, but it was pretty bet on Eagles first half. But second half, they only scored maybe 9 or 10 points. So they digressed in the second half. So if they didn't have a lead, they pretty much had to struggle to get those wins, in my opinion. And they're bottom 10 at 3 and outs as well. So if Jalen Hurts isn't getting that first down, they're 3 and out and the defense is coming back on. So I believe they depend a lot on explosive plays is what I'm getting. Because I've seen a lot of plays where, A.J. Brown gets 60-yard touchdowns, Devontae Smith. They're getting big explosive plays downfield, supposed to just grinding it out down the field, and I want to see a little bit more of a balance this year with the Eagles. Just to know, if it's a situation where you shut that pass down, what else can you do? How can you beat me another way? And I just really feel they only can beat you maybe 1 or 2 ways right now. So, but we'll see what happens. As far as their division, Jalen Hurts has been in the league 2 years. He's 4-2 at home in his division, and he's 3-3 on the road. So, not too much, not too less. Pretty steady. So, what are your thoughts, Dave, on the Philadelphia Eagles coming into this 2023 season?
I was super high on them. I'm still not down on them, but there's a couple things. I mean, obviously, they have the most complete team, in my opinion, in the NFL. They did great things again in the draft. They did last year. I mean, they're just kind of rolling and doing all the right things. They're definitely, I think, the favorites in the NFC. But 3 things. One, from what teams they have to worry about is I think they have to worry about teams that have ridiculous pass rushes. Because it is going to be the Jalen Hurts show. They're going to have to make him run around and get outside of the pocket. And even though he is a mobile quarterback, that doesn't mean that every single linebacker and defensive end isn't almost as fast as he is. So he's still a quarterback. But 2 things I heard today that made me think that maybe, in fact, it has to be a non Eagles winning the conference type of year and wanted Mike to be on here because they're conspiracies. One is 18 years. There's never been the same back-to-back champion of the NFC East. That's one. But the other thing is, did we also forget that they lost the Super Bowl? What happens to every team after they lose a Super Bowl? They fall off the face of the planet the next year. I think this is a different type of team. And I just, this division is so bad, and I still think the Cowboys are overrated, and we'll get to them. But I think the Eagles might not quite be as good as people think, although being slightly less better than a shoo-in to go to the Super Bowl isn't that bad. So I'm just trying to poke holes a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I understand. And like I said, we're about to go to the schedule right now, and like you just mentioned, I think the schedule is a little bit more difficult for them this year. So it's not going to be an easy.
Well, they had the fourth easiest schedule last year. This year it's in the middle. Yeah.
So, hey, let's start it off. They are at New England, first game, Sunday Night Football.
So I said that this would be tough, but I still think the Eagles beat the Patriots.
Let me see. I have it right here. Bills, Jets. I pulled up the ones we did because I didn't want to cross reference New England, first game, Dave.
I said this would be close. I don't remember who I said would win.
I think you have the New England winning this game.
Okay.
You have them going 1-2. You know, so that was the only win I think you had was them with the Eagles. So
yeah. All right. Well then we'll go with this will be a tough game. It's a tough defense. That's what I'm saying. I mean, defensive battles are going to be the bane of this Eagles' existence. So yeah, throw it on there. Patriots win first.
Who did I say? LJ 2-2. I think I had the Eagles winning this game. I'm almost positive. I didn't think that the quarterback play would be enough for New England to beat the Eagles like that, you know? So unless turnovers trumps everything, but you know, I'm definitely gonna go with the under for the most part. Yeah. Let's go to the next game. They are back home versus Minnesota. I am going to give them that win.
Oh yeah, I'll give them that win. I'll for sure give them that win.
Yeah,
Kirk Cousins and company.
Yeah, I'm definitely
lucky ass miracle team from last year. Yeah.
And next Monday night on the 25th of September, they go to Tampa Bay. And I'm going to give them that win as well because I'm not a believer in Baker Mayfield. And Tampa Bay can't stop the run. That was proven last year. So I believe that's a definite win for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, 100%. That's like a survivor pool. You want to use the Eagles in the survivor pool for that one. They're going to win.
Awesome. All right. Coming into the division, October 1st at home versus Washington. Who you got?
The Eagles.
You got the Eagles, of course. You got the Eagles, and I got the Eagles too. Why not? Because Jalen Hurts is 4-2 at home in his division. You know, I'm going to really pay attention to those records of those quarterbacks because I think it's going to come into play during the season. Then they go on the road to the Rams.
I don't know. This one could be one of those games.
Yeah, it really could be. It really could be on the road, coming off a division game.
How's the Rams defense? I mean, the Rams defense is still pretty good, ain't it? I mean,
it's not the worst thing, but they lost Jalen Ramsey. So how different are they going to be? You know,
you're right.
So
I don't know. I'd have to say the Eagles, but I'd love to.
Yeah, we'll go with the Eagles right now. I mean, if things are happening at that time, we can always revise. But at the Jets, and I do believe that I had the Jets winning that game. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I had the Jets winning this game. I had Philly losing at the Jets.
What did I have? Just out of curiosity.
Dave, but I don't want to be. Yeah, you're right. Let me see, Dave. Jets right here. Dave, you have 1, 2, 6. You had the Jets winning.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking in my head.
So. You definitely had them winning. All right. Then they go back home to Miami. Back home to play Miami. Tua at quarterback. I'm going to give the Eagles that win. I'm not high hopes on Miami this year, especially on the road.
Same. I think I'm down on Miami. So
yeah, I agree 100%. Now they're on the road at Washington. And I'm going to give Washington that win because it's a divisional game, defense. I'm definitely going to take the under. But I believe a field goal could win this game, and it could go either way. But I'm just going to give the Eagles a loss for the sake of a division because he's only 3-3 on the road. Say he does. He's even. So let's split that. Philly wins at home versus Washington. Washington wins at home versus Philly.
I'm going to say that too. I think this team, I think the whole division might split every game with each other. So I'll just give it to Washington as one of those big dog wins.
And then they come back home to face Dallas. You know what? I'm gonna give Philly that win because they're at home.
I'll do the same. I think they split.
Yeah, I do believe so. All right, then they're going into their bye week 10, coming out of their bye November 20th, Monday Night Football on ESPN, ABC, and all your surrounding streaming devices. They're at Kansas City, my friend. And I do believe Kansas City is going to win that game because Patrick Mahomes is a prime time player. I never bet against Patrick Mahomes, especially on prime time. So we're going to go with Kansas City on that one.
They come into kind of a little crazy little stretch here. But definitely KC here.
I see it coming. And they come back home to play Buffalo. And did I give Buffalo that?
I had the Eagles, I think, winning.
Let me see. Did I? Okay. LJ, Bills. Yeah, I had the Bills winning too. So you had the Bills?
I had the Eagles winning, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Dave. Yes, you are right, bro. You're on it. Yeah. You can tell. At home versus the 49ers, my friend. You know what? I think the 49ers own the Eagles. So I'm going to give the 49ers.
I think the people are going to be surprised. They're talking about quarterback this. We saw, I'm not saying he's Tom Brady, but we saw Tom Brady go in like the 6th round. This guy was the last pick of the draft, but he's a lot better than a lot of quarterbacks, especially last year when he's healthy. And I think there's some revenge, and I think if Niners coach is better. So I'm going to take a fanboy stretch, and say the Niners win that game.
Yep. I agree.
Although it's no way of what's up, Tone? It's no way near a far stretch. I mean, Niners are going to be one of the best teams in NFC, I think.
If not the best.
Yeah, could be.
But when we get to that division, we definitely going to talk about it because I'm a firm believer in them, bro. Like, I just love consistency, man. And the 49ers have been consistent. But
with bad quarterback play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the major
actually good quarterback play, but not a champion, not a winning championship quarterback.
But they're able to be consistent. So, like I said, I don't want to rear off because we'll talk about that when we get to that division. But all right, coming out of the 49ers, they got to go to Dallas. And we already said Philly was going to win the first game. So Dallas is going to win in Texas Stadium. All right. Then they have to fly out to Seattle. That's interesting.
It's very interesting. I'm very interested. Who knows how the Seahawks are going to be in December? Who knows? I love Pete Carroll. He's not a Bill Belichick, but I think he's right a tier underneath him because this guy can take any defense and work with them.
Yeah.
And people like him. College kids like him, athletes. I mean, they all love him. Yeah. I'm going to take the Seahawks on another fucking flyer. Let's go.
And I like it too. East Coast team traveling West Coast, starting late.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm with you, my friend. I'm going to take Seattle too because Geno Smith is not a bum,
Yeah, but no.
So. All right. Then they come back home Monday night, Christmas Day, 12/25. That's Christmas, right? Yeah. Christmas Day, Monday night. They're at home versus the Giants. And I'm going to give them that win.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Nick.
And then they're at home versus Arizona. I'll give them that as well because who knows where that team will be at that time.
I don't know what's more of a gimme, that one or the Bucks,
Right? And to end it off at the Giants, they may not need that game. They probably wrapped up, whatever playoffs, whatever.
So I
seed
say
they
the
have.
Giants. I say the Giants beat them that game.
Yeah, because who knows? The Giants may need that game to,
Yeah,
at least have a chance to
it
get
happened
into the
end of last year. Happened end of last year. So
All right. So Dave has them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. 1,
under
2,
11 and a half.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 and 8. 17 games, right? Yep. 9 and 8. Under 10 and a half. And what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have them 9 as 8 as well. So we are both under the 10 and a half for the Philadelphia Eagles. Wow. Hey, we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm going to keep track of all this. And, during the season, we'll see if we were right, if we want to change it now so we can see how they're playing, things like that. Because things change, this is just
Of course.
preseason predictions and just to see how, projected we could be for as, analyzing these teams. But one thing I did want to mention as well, is it safe to say that this division has probably the worst fans out of collective of all the teams?
Oh yeah. Not even close.
Yeah. I think that's
Take the Commanders out of there. Oh, actually, they're worse because they think their team's ever been relevant. The most irrelevant sports city in the country is Washington D.C. For all their teams. But yeah, it is the worst.
Yeah. I thought you would agree with that. All right, let's move on, man. Let's talk about these Dallas Cowboys. Mike McCarthy's the coach. He's been there 3 years. Dak Prescott is the quarterback. Over under 10.5 wins. Dallas has been top 10 rushing 4 out of the past 5 years. Top 10 in passing 3 out of the past 4 years. Top 10 in points scored 3 out of the 4 years. Top 10 in points allowed 2 years in a row. After being bottom 5 in 2020. Now, can we say a couple draft picks, Michael Parsons, a couple here, there, stepped up that defense because they went from a bottom 5 to a top 10 in 2 years. So kudos to the defense. Top 10 in pass defense last year. So pretty up, defense didn't give up points. And I was on the Cowboys as well as far as like defense, like taking their unders and things like that against other teams. But they are a running team, as I just mentioned. They don't have Ezekiel anymore, and we don't know how Pollard's going to come back. He's coming off a major injury, so there's a lot of question marks for the Cowboys this year. They've been top 5 in third down conversions pretty much for the past 2 years, and that's the reason why they're able, to sustain their offense because they're good at getting third downs. Dak could run, situations like that, but the defense is added Stephon Gilmore, and I think that's going to be a good piece because you rarely can find a quarterback that could probably shut down one side. Not to say he's Dion, but you have to be aware of him. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because he is a stifling cornerback. But can Dak perform in pressure situations? Is the keynote that I have wrote down here. He was tied with Kirk Cousins last year in interceptions, probably at 2 a game. So he kind of can get erratic at times. And Dak Prescott is not the quarterback that I can trust to bring your team down the field and win a game. I just don't think he could do it. I think he's just a manageable quarterback. If you don't turn the ball over, you can probably squeak out some field goals, maybe a touchdown here and there. But he ain't scoring 3 touchdowns a game like the elite quarterbacks in the league. So he's going to be at the bottom tier for me for the most part. But like I said, Michael Parsons, he's going to be up for Defensive Player of the Year, of course. So as long as that defense can stop the other teams pretty much from scoring on them. Maybe Dallas can be in games, but they did make the playoffs last year. Am I correct? Did they make the playoffs? Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna be on the ledge and say they're not, but I'm not gonna bet it, But I just don't believe that they're gonna make the playoffs because I just think it's the NFC is up for grabs, in my opinion. We just talked about the Eagles, but I just feel a team could get hot, injuries could happen, and any team in this NFC could, come out victorious. So for the most part, I'm just saying Dallas is probably not going to make the playoffs, but like I said, they're still America's team. They're going to be on TV. We're going to watch them, and we're just going to boo their fans because they're not realistic when it comes to their team. Before as Dallas in the division, Dak Prescott's been a quarterback since 2018, so that's 5 years. He's 13-0, Dave, at home versus the division. On the road, he's 8-4. So
Dak Prescott is.
Dak Prescott is 13-0 at home in his division, bro. Like I had to recheck the stat, but I researched it. He is 13-0 at home versus the division in his career. So that's a pretty astonishing stat. And as we go through the schedule, we'll see, if we can find an over or under for 10.5 for the Dallas Cowboys. Let's start off with at the Giants, Sunday night, September 10th.
Yeah, I think whoever wins this division probably has 10 wins, 10 or 11 maybe, and it's up between these two. Let me pull up the Cowboys schedule real quick.
Okay.
Cowboys. The Giants, give it to the Giants.
Give it to the Giants. Start it off.
I'm going to say that every team splits in this division.
Yeah. You know what? I agree, bro. I can't disagree with you because they know each other. It's been pretty much the same. Like the only difference to me is Washington for the most part. That's really different. They're starting another quarterback. We'll talk about that in a minute. Before as the Giants, Philly, and Dallas, their quarterback play's been pretty consistent. You know what I'm saying? And there's some pieces there that's been there. There's not a lot of interchangeable parts, is what I'm trying to say for the most part. So I'm definitely going to give the Giants their first game, in Giant Stadium. Dallas and the Jets, they come back home to face the Jets. And I also said that Aaron Rodgers loves Texas Stadium. So I'm
pretty sure I took I'm
I'm
pretty sure I took the Jets.
Yeah, let me see. Dave. Jet. Yep, you sure did. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, he owns Dallas, man. Like, it's just ridiculous. At Arizona, I'm going to give that to Dallas. I mean, who's to say Arizona wins 2 games this year? And I probably could break that down for you as well, Dallas. New England, who do we say in this game?
I said New England.
You did. You definitely did.
Yep.
You know what? I can't give that to New England. I'm going to take Dallas. I just don't believe in Mac Jones. I'm sorry.
That's all good.
At the 49ers, and I'm going to take the 49ers.
Yeah.
They are the Cowboys. Just don't believe in that. And then they have to go play the Chargers. And I'm going to give the Chargers that win as well.
Me too.
I sure am. I sure am.
So right now they have 1 win, the Cowboys?
Yep. Well, I have them 2. You have them 1. I have them beat New England.
You know what I'll do? I mean, I got look at the rest of their schedule. They're going to beat them. I'm going to beat them. Now I give it to the Chargers. It's all good.
Okay. Going into the bye.
Yeah.
Coming out at home versus the Rams. And I'm going to take that game. I think Dallas will win that game. Not high.
I'm with you.
Definitely not high on the Rams. And then they have to go to the Eagles. And we already said that they were going to split.
Yep.
So got Philly right there. At home versus the Giants. We said Dallas was going to win the home. Split. At Carolina. Very, very interesting game.
Oh, they'll beat Carolina.
It's very interesting, though. It's Carolina's defense.
I'm just going to say Carolina without even diving into it, but
You saying Carolina?
Yeah. No, sorry. Cowboys.
Dallas.
Okay. Carolina.
Gotcha. I'm going to say Dallas, too, man. But
saying.
it could be interesting, though. That's what I'm saying. All right. At home versus Washington. We already said we're going to take Dallas at home and split on the road. And then the Eagles come. I mean, Seattle. I'm sorry.
I'm going to give that one to the Cowboys. Don't want to get too crazy with the Seahawks. I mean, they're going to win some games. But
I got you on the road. You're right. All right. And then, at home versus the Eagles. That's 3 straight games at home.
Yep, and then win the Cowboys. This is where, if you think about the narrative, they're like, "Oh, Cowboys started the season off so poorly, and now they're, who's going to win the division?"
Yeah.
There's Mike's narrative for you right there.
All right, and then they have to go to Buffalo, and I'm pretty sure I had Buffalo winning that game.
I think I did too.
Let me see Buffalo. Here we go. Dave had Buffalo winning. Yep, and LJ Buffalo winning. Definitely. All right, and then at Miami.
I don't remember. This is one of the ones I don't remember off the top of my head.
Let me see.
I want to say I gave it to the Cowboys, but
let me see.
We'll see.
Third game. 1, 2, 3. And 5, 6. You gave it to the Cowboys.
Yeah,
you did. You gave it to the Cowboys. And you know what? I think they're gonna lose at Miami. The humidity. They're coming off of Buffalo as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm going to take Miami in this game. Hold on. Let me make sure. Let me verify. LJ. Yeah, I took Miami because I had them at 96. Yep. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Last 2 games at home versus Detroit. Now, we don't know how Detroit will be playing at this time because I do believe they're going to make the playoffs.
I'm gonna give it to the Cowboys though.
Give it to the Cowboys.
And the Commanders and then the Commanders win the last game. So
all right, you have a
whatever
1,
that
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 and 8.
Here we go.
I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm iffy on the Detroit, man. I think I got them going 8 and 9, man. Because I do believe Detroit could win that game because I believe they're going to be fighting for probably not to say a number 1 NFC seat, but they're going to be in the rankings to where they're probably going to want home field advantage in the playoffs.
I don't hate that either. I think this division is sitting around between. It's going to be the Giants and the Giants, the Eagles, and the Cowboys, all with 8 to 10 wins, and then there's going to be the Commanders with like 4. So that's what I think it's going to be, which is not a shocker. That's how it is every fucking year,
Yeah, hold on.
Maybe the Giants
1,
do
2,
win this
3,
with
4,
10 wins.
5,
I don't know.
6, 7, 8.
We'll see.
I got them going 8 and 9.
And the thing about this division, you look at the teams, none of the teams got better. Like the Giants didn't get better. The Cowboys actually swapped. So they don't have Zeke, but they got what's his face. They got they got Brandon Cooks. Yeah. So they got another weapon. Their defense kind of stayed the same. The Eagles improved. Washington didn't get any better. I think they got worse. Who's their starting quarterback?
Sam Howell.
Yeah. So,
I agree. No one got better. And like
the Eagles got better, but the Eagles were already so. I mean, it's
yeah. I think they just tweaked a little bit. It's not a necessary need that they needed.
Yeah.
They, like I said, they kept everybody that they really needed to keep. But you just mentioned in that trend that no team has won this division back to back.
I think it's 18 years. It's definitely over a decade. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah, so that's an astonishing stat that you just can't ignore, man. So, like I said, Dallas Giants, they may squeak in there, man. Eagles, like I said, the Eagles could get hurt. Like those, that's probably why that's happened because it's been major injuries, probably that's derailed some teams. So, but let's talk about these Giants, man. Brian Dable coming off Coach of the Year, and he made the playoffs. So, Daniel Jones is the quarterback. And their over-under is at 7.5. Now, when I look at these Giants, I see a lot of red, Dave. I have a lot of red. Bottom 10 in pretty much every offensive and defensive category, 3 out of the past 5 years. I don't really need to go into it. And Daniel Jones has probably been their best rusher because he's had 708 yards. He had 708 yards last year for the quarterback position. So they picked up Darren Waller, tight end, trying to make a difference maker on their team. And their defense blitzes a lot. 40% was number one in the NFL last year. The secondary isn't elite in my opinion, and the pass rush has been decent because Dable was a defensive coach coming from Buffalo, so he had the pass rush to where they had 41 sacks last year. Now, the question is, do the Giants have a number one receiver? Can you name their receivers?
Let's look at their depth chart real quick because I'm only thinking of Sterling Shepard, right?
Yeah, I have no idea. I think it's a Clayton on there. Like, I really don't know who their receiver core is. So
yeah, I just a team that I just don't care about. There's Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones and everyone else. Slayton.
Okay.
Then Sterling Shepard's on there. They got Jamison Crowder as a third stringer. They had a guy named Jalen Hyatt who must have been a rookie. Paris Campbell.
Okay.
Again, a name I don't know. They did get Darren Waller though.
Yeah, that's what I said. They picked him up, but as far as anybody else, is not screaming
Jalen
out.
Hyatt was a third-round pick from Tennessee last year, so he played with a good program. And then Paris Campbell was out of Ohio State. I don't even remember him. He was 59th pick overall out of Ohio State. Yeah, they're garbage.
Yeah, that's my point.
Garbage.
That's the issue
with a quarterback that can't throw downfield anyway. So what's the matter?
So the Giants, for us at home in the division, since Daniel Jones has been the quarterback, is 1-2. Well, no, I'm sorry, not 1-2. 3, 4, 5, 5, 4-1 is what he is, and on the road he's 3-5. So, yeah, like I said, the Giants haven't had much success. Like I said, Dable came in, won Coach of the Year. He won a couple games and made the playoffs. So hey, kudos for him. But as far as him making the playoffs again, I don't know, man. Like we just talked about, some could easily just derail a team in this division, and one of these lucky teams could squeak up and win. But because like we said, we pretty much can't separate. What team separates besides Philly? I mean, let's just keep Philly out of it. Dallas, Giants, and Washington.
Well,
separates from each other.
Washington's a horrible organization, so that separates them. But Dallas and the Giants. I mean, like I said, I think the narrative. There are real narratives. The Madden curse is a real thing. This losing the Super Bowl is a real thing. We've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this division sits around 8 to 10 wins.
Yeah.
So, but I definitely think the Giants are. If I had to say who's going to finish third, it's the Giants.
Okay. Well, let's go through the schedule right quick and plug in everything we need to do. So we're going to start off with the Giants winning against Dallas. Arizona. Giants go to Arizona. What a boo-boo game right there.
Yeah, well, the Giants win that one.
All right. The Giants win that one, he says. At the 49ers. Enough said.
Yeah, done.
At home versus Seattle. Monday night.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. That's that.
Let's give it to the Seahawks. Let's give it to the Seahawks.
Let's give it to them.
Giants aren't starting 3-1.
Then they have to go to Miami.
Miami, easy. I remember that one.
Yeah, you're right. I know, sis, let me look at that. At Buffalo.
Next, we know what's going on with that one. Can you imagine them? Actually, there was that whole narrative about Dable going back to Buffalo, but that's not a narrative anymore. So,
yeah, exactly, and that's a Sunday night game too. So all eyes are going to be on that game. Then they have to come back home versus Washington. So I guess we're going to say they win that one, and then they lose at Washington. So, versus the Jets. No said.
Battle of New York, Jets, Jets. Let's go.
No said. At Las Vegas, they go into the Raiders.
Oh man. Raiders tank.
Who's the quarterback?
The Raiders, Garoppolo.
Really?
Jimmy G, yeah.
You know what?
I'm gonna say
the Giants win that game.
I'm gonna say the Giants win too. I'm just looking at where they need to be.
Yeah.
That's a question mark for me though. Oh, don't. That's a question mark for me. I'm gonna say the Giants win.
All right. Dallas wins it. And then Washington wins because that's 2 back-to-back division road games. And then New England. You could say New England.
No, the Commanders win. The Cowboys win. The Commanders win. I think I said New England won that. I'm pretty sure I
Let
did.
me see.
Yeah, New England.
Wow, that's also how you remembers that. That's crazy.
It'll get tough here after when we go through all the divisions. I'll be like, oh, I said that. I'll probably change my mind 15 times. But.
Yeah, I know. At home versus who did I have? New England 4-9, because I had New England 9-7, 8-7. You know what? The third, fourth. I had New England winning too.
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. All right, going into their bye. God damn, they played 12 games and now going into their bye. They're gonna be beat up. Then they gotta come out of their bye Monday night versus Green Bay.
They'll win.
All right. At New Orleans, I'm taking the Saints.
Taking the Saints too.
At Philly, of course.
Taking the Eagles.
Rams at home. Ugh.
I'll give it to the Rams.
You gonna give it to the Rams?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to the Giants just because I want to be different. And at the end, the Eagles at home.
They beat the Eagles the last game of the season because Eagles are probably. No matter what happens, I said what I said. They're going to split. So
yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have them going 6. I have them 1, 2.
I only gave them 6
4,
wins.
5,
I need to go back
6.
and switch that. I need to go count yours, and I'm going to switch.
I think I have them 6 too.
I think they win 7 games. Did I give the question mark
Giants,
game?
Giants, 49ers,
Question mark
Seattle,
game I had was
Giants,
was the chart? Was it the?
No, I
Chargers?
missed one. I'm sorry, I missed one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. Yeah, I didn't miss one.
Who did I have them? Who did I have them playing? I gave the Seahawks, right? Wait a minute, I'm going to the Cowboys. Oops.
You have Giants, 49ers, Seattle, Miami, Buffalo, Giants, Jets, Giants, Dallas, Washington, New England, Giants, Saints, Philly, Rams, and then Giants.
Yeah, I gave him the Raiders. I gave him the Raiders. They beat the Raiders. I gave him which game? You know what? I'll give him the Seahawks. I think they win 7 wins. So switch me to the Seahawks because I think they're right at 7.
All right. 1, 2. Let me make sure I got them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have them at 7 too. So 7 is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Yeah. Wow. So we have them under 7.5 wins for the New York Giants. We got a comment over here. Somebody ride with us.
Gerardo. What's up, buddy?
Gerardo, what's up, my guy? Nice for you to join us. We're just talking NFC East right now, man. And we're narrowing it down right now. We got through it pretty much. Like I said, it's a short day. It was short cast tonight, so we were able to really break it down and get through it. So now we're on Washington, and they are over under 6.5. Washington has Ron Rivera as the coach. I'm sorry. It's his 3rd year. Quarterback is Sam Howell. And interesting note for the Washington Commanders, Dave. They've had a different starting quarterback last 5 years.
Yeah.
Over under 6.5 wins. And Eric Bieniemy's coming over there to be the offensive coordinator. And just as my opinion, maybe they start off 1-3 or 4. Rumblings are going to be Rivera's job is on the line, and Eric Bieniemy probably slides in there and becomes interim head coach. So I could see that easily happening, But let's not forget Washington's defense, Dave, because it's been top 10 points allowed 3 out of the last 4 years, 30 yards, and they have a good coverage unit. And if they can stay healthy and make turnovers, I do believe that their defense can create, some situations to where their offense could possibly score, but I don't know who the quarterback's going to be. Sam Howell, know this guy, but I do believe we have to watch Washington's defense. Chase Young's coming back from injury. He's plus 8,000 to win the NFL Comeback Player of the Year. That's just something to keep in mind. Got a couple more people as well. Who did I have in mind as well that got hurt last year? Tua. Tua could possibly do it as well. But I'm going to keep my eye on Chase Young, man. And he declined that 5-year option. So we know how players are when they're in the contract year. They tend to be motivated. So if he stays healthy, I think it's worth the shot. And I'm going to be looking for it, but Washington's likely, going to finish last in the NFC East. We already know this. And I don't see any immediate progress in the future. They have a losing record in their division. Like I said, they've had 5 different quarterbacks the last 5 years. They're only 5-10 at home versus their division. They're 5-9-3 on the road. So we don't have to have any thoughts about Washington, but we can go through the schedule if you want to.
And my thoughts are exactly yours. They have a horrible quarterback, or an unproven quarterback that I think was overrated anyways. They got Brian Robinson. Where did he play with them? I can't remember. They're running back 2 years ago from Alabama. Yeah, I remember him. And they've got a decent receiving core, a couple guys, and their defense. They're just it's the organization. And by the way, I don't even think Ron Rivera's calling. Does he call the defensive plays? I know that organization cucks their coaches, because I remember Zorn was a coach, and even Shanahan at the end of his career wasn't calling the offensive plays. That the offensive coordinator, basically the head coach, was a figurehead, and you really have to have your coach involved with the play calling. Patriots, the Seahawks, those types of coaches. So, the Niners, Salah, and the Jets. So, that's all I have to say. Let's jump right in. I think I have him at 5 or 6 wins. It's one of the two.
Do you have an update on his Oreo score? 3-1 Padres?
No, I've been totally focused on that tournament. The Rangers can't score. That's fucked. Yeah, 3-1. That's not good.
Yeah, it's not. But
there's a lot of game left.
Yeah, it's still early.
Yeah.
All right. Let's skim through this and see if we can find some wins for the Washington Redskins. They're at home versus Arizona. Let's give them that.
I have the Cardinals winning.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Lay down. My dog is being naughty. Lay down.
I'm going to take Washington. I'm going to give them a home win for the first game of the season. At Denver. I'm going to take Denver now.
Denver, yeah.
At home versus Buffalo.
The Bills.
Buffalo in that one. At Philly. We already said we're going to do with that division.
Yep.
At home versus the Bears.
I'm going to say they beat the Bears.
All right. Well, I'm going to be on Justin Fields' rushing yards this year, because that was a money-making machine last year, man. They couldn't put the yards high enough. He's getting 100 yards a game, man. They're like, God damn. Okay, you put it high enough for this guy. You go just continue to cash. Then they have to go to Atlanta.
Falcons.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely agree with that one. At the Giants, we already said we're going to do with that. Eagles at home, we already said we was going to do with that, right?
Yep.
Washington. And then at New England.
Patriots,
of course. And at Seattle. Are we going to give Seattle another victory in the NFC East?
Dave is.
You know what? Hey, I can't disagree, man. So they got the Cowboys and they got Washington at home in this division, Seattle. So, yeah, I'm going to take Seattle as well. I just believe they're going to be gassed. Then they come back home versus the Giants. We already said we're going to do that. At Dallas wins. Miami. Did you have Miami winning that one? Do you
Miami.
remember?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I got Miami winning that one, pretty sure. Going into the bye, coming out of the bye, they're on the road at the Rams.
Rams.
Yeah.
They can't. I mean, the teams they're going to have to beat. I mean, if you're looking at it ahead of time, really bad teams like the Bears have Justin Fields, but they're a bad team. Even the Cardinals are kind of a bad team, but they have weapons there, and they win a crazy game or two. The Seahawks. I mean,
they got the Jets.
The only reason why I did the division back and forth is that division trades blows. I'm not saying they're better than the Giants or the Eagles or the Cowboys. I'm just saying that's the way that division goes, but
yeah, I agree. So I'm definitely going to plug in Jets and 49ers to end this off.
Yep.
And then Washington wins at home versus Dallas. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 wins for Dave.
I have 5. I have 5 for them.
You have 5? You said Arizona, Denver, Bills, Philly. Washington.
Oh no! Wait a minute. I have 4 wins.
Yeah. You have 4 wins.
And the only other one I think they can win is the Cardinals. So that's 5. So
see, I have them.
Yeah. So there you go.
Wow, 4 wins, man. Hey, and it's probably gonna be right, man. I mean, they don't have any expectations for this team, so I don't see anything happening. Like I said, the only thing that could happen is Eric Bieniemy gets the head coaching job because Ron Rivera be so bad, and they rumblings to get him out. That's just how it works. So I really believe that's why they brought him over there. They want to hire him as a head coach. Let's just make him an intern and he can slide right in there. It makes it much more of an easier transition to say, hey, we hired a black head coach. Give him his first opportunity, man. Let's give it to him. But all right, Dave, we went through that pretty smooth. So I guess we both can say if we had to bet this division, we would say the Eagles win and break that trend. That trend would be broken this year. But we'll see what happens, man. All right. Let's see what's cracking right now. Do you have any live sweating right now besides the Orioles?
I'm sweating the Orioles. Rangers unless the Rangers blow up at the end of the game, they're getting no hit. I didn't realize that right now. The Rangers are getting no hit by Detmers, who had a no hitter last year. How many pitches?
I was looking at Detmers' numbers too. He plays
let's
well,
see how many. Yeah, Detmers has got 106 pitches. They're not going to let him go the whole game.
No.
But
he has
we'll
no
see.
earned runs, So that's why I stayed off. I saw the last 4 starts. Detmers played well versus the Rangers,
of course.
So, and like I said, the sweep. I just avoid those type of games.
And the Dodger game's coming up. I got the Yerfy, and I will be betting it live in some form or fashion. So,
yeah, man, Dodgers are money. It's gonna be interesting, man. I like I said, I'm not a real baseball novice like that, but I pick my spots and I can find little nuggets that I just stay on. Like Cubs first 5 at home, man. That is a money making machine right there. Like I said, Orioles on the road as a dog. They're gonna be tough in the division once the playoffs start in the division with them, and the Rangers at home. I mean, they're gonna be money, bro, because they went and got pitching. They got Montgomery and they got Scherzer now. So that's really all they needed was some top-notch pitching. And my question is Evaldi going to come back to this rotation or he's just done for the year? What do you know? What do you think?
I don't know.
Because if he comes back, we got a hit. Simeon, double. Yeah, Simeon double. Yep. We got Seager coming up.
Well, I need 3 runs, so I need him to win. I took the run line, so we'll see. They got 2 shots at it. They had a home run here, and we're in good shape. So
because they got their ace,
even if they tie it up and they go to extra innings, I mean that we've seen unders go to die with like 5 runs. I mean it's scoring and scoring and scoring in extra innings with this second base guy. So
yeah. Let's sweat this out right quick. Let's sweat this 8th inning out. I want to see what happens. Oh, Deborah's getting pulled.
Yeah, that's about that time.
So who's because I know you and Mike and all of y'all keep up with this. Who's batting the best right now versus left-hand pitching? Is it the Padres?
No. I can look it up.
Yeah, look it up for me. I want to know. Y'all this WRC plus and all this versus I don't be knowing none of that stuff. That's what I'm saying. I'm a very simple capper when it comes to me.
Update. Let's change the date range. I'll just go since the beginning of the month. We're halfway through.
Yeah.
The 16th update. First left-handed pitching. And I go by WRC plus as what that's run creation. So it's actually been even the Yankees have a small sample size, but it's the Yankees, the Blue Jays, the Dodgers, the Braves, Houston, and then San Diego, and then Texas.
Okay. So Padres is top 5.
Yeah. Okay. Texas is 7. Minnesota, Seattle. So yeah, and then like OPS numbers, it's about the same. ISO is about the same. Yeah, everything kind of correlates. But WRC plus, it's just if you're scoring runs, you're hitting the ball with power and average and all that. So that's the most important stat, I think.
Yeah. So you said Dodgers, Braves, Yankees,
Blue Jays, Dodgers, Braves, Houston, San Diego. Those are 6.
Blue Jays.
And then Texas. And then Texas. Yeah.
Okay.
But there are all. I mean, those teams are way over expectation.
Yeah, I just wanted to see because it's not a lot of it's more right-handers than left-hand pitching in baseball. I do know that, so I just like to because I saw earlier about the Padres. I heard that the Padres have been ranking lefties on the year. So I had wrote that down. But yeah. What are we looking like for tomorrow, man? What's tomorrow? Thursday?
Yeah, I haven't even looked at tomorrow, to be honest. Come on, hit a home run here, Rangers. We'll be good to go.
I mean, the man coming up is the man to do it.
Who's coming up? Seager?
Seager.
Yeah, it had to have been Seager.
He's averaging 2+ bases at home, number 1 in MLB.
Let's look at tomorrow just off first glance without capping anything. Corbin's pitching tomorrow, but Corbin Day is not a thing anymore. It's a dead holiday.
Tomorrow.
There's a small card. I'm gonna have to dive deep tomorrow.
Yeah, but I'm looking at Tigers and Guardians under.
There's some preseason football tomorrow. Yeah, there's one game we could find. I'll find a spot on that game.
But the Tigers are a road favorite.
Yeah, the Scooble's pitching.
Yeah. But I still may take the under. The Guardians under is like a money machine too. But I like them as a home favorite as the under. And coming off a loss too, they go to the under as well. Here's another nugget too for you to remember. The Brewers off a loss in their division. They're 7-1. And look, let me ask you this, Dave. I'm glad I don't bet, but
I'll bet them.
No, I'll get you. I wanted to ask you this question.
Yeah.
Do you take these trends into consideration? Like, hold on, I want to be specific because I have them.
Days of the week? No,
not just days of the week. What about at home in a certain game of the series, like a second game of a series at home, third game of a series at home?
The only thing that I look at would be the first game. And the one that I have now is I usually like to try to find the under when the Rockies come when the first game of the series for the Rockies, especially if both teams are traveling back, like the Rockies are traveling home.
Yeah, because
you have to adjust for the altitude.
Okay.
Again, after a long road trip, so there could be, but second games, I don't see why. Second games, I don't know why there would be. Any sort of correlation between anything, but I could be sold on. It's not crazy. Days of the week are crazy. What does that matter?
I have some days of the week too. Like the Orioles have. Hold on, I need to get my paper because I want to be right. I don't want to just think off the top of my head. I have all of them wrote down. I need to find them. Okay, look, Texas at home on a Saturday, it's 9-1. On a Sunday at home, they're 9-1. That's the best trend for them. The Rays at home the first game of a series on Friday are 7-1. The only game they lost was the Braves.
I don't know, man.
The Braves, third game of a home series. Did they just win tonight on a Wednesday? Because if they won tonight, they're 6-0 in that situation. I think they won, didn't they? Is that game over?
The Rays won. Well, they were winning when I saw
the
them.
Braves.
Oh, the Braves?
They beat the Yankees tonight? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they did. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're 6-0 now. Third game of a home series on Wednesday.
Oh, there you go.
So it's just little things that I just like. I because like I said, I just believe in tendencies. I believe these teams, these players, human nature comes into play. So if you're consistent in something that you do, and I find it, I'm gonna pay attention. And if it's continuing to hit, why not take it?
Yeah,
I'm just a firm believer in that. The Orioles on Sunday, I need to find it. They've won like 14 straight games on a Sunday. Where is it at, man? I'm so mad I can't find it. Oh, 16-4 on a Sunday. They've won 13 in a row. That's the stat for the Orioles. 24-8 on the road versus the AL in their last 32 games. So, yeah, those are things I just keep track, Dave. I mean, like I said, I'm a simple bettor. I like trends, and I'll just stay on. So, let's see if this Nerfy come into play, buddy. I'm about to pitch it off right here. Dodgers and Braves.
Oh, we want the year. We want the year.
Oh, you want the run first inning?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Let's see. See if we can sweat this out. Astros beat that ass tonight, so won a series 2-1. I'm like team total over versus a lefty. It's just something that you just cannot ignore with the Astros. You just can't ignore it. They should have won the first game because they were hitting Garrett. It was just that, the ball was going into unlucky spots for them. Because I do believe they could have won the first game. They could have swept this series, to be honest with you. Hold on, let me get a drink.
No, take your time. Yeah, we're just hanging out. I'm finishing playing this tournament. And what up, JPZ? Starting to put out videos. Going to do a college basketball show. We need to link up with college basketball. I would say, in my opinion, of the low bagger group, of the PSR / who banging / RaWordz / brothers and bets. I'd say there's the fewest are college cappers, especially diving deep into college with some of the lower rung teams like I like to play. So we need to hook up. Easy. You need to be on. What was that? JPZ.
Yeah.
He likes college basketball.
Yeah, it's just I just never got into college. I'll tell y'all, if it sounds good, I'll do a little bit of research on it. But it's just too many.
I think there's angles. There's angles there, especially in the the mid majors as they call them.
I mean, I believe y'all. Believe me. I believe there's money to be made everywhere. Like you can find it. It's just about what do you put the work into, or how
exactly. There's a lot. I'd say that the one sport I think there's a lot of money to be made because I see it. I know a couple cappers that are like world-class soccer cappers. But if you want to cap soccer, you got to cap all the leagues. You got not just all the big five, not the Premier League and La Liga and Serie A. You got to cap the Argentinian league. You got to cap the Indian league. You got to cap the Saudi league. That's where the money is to be made.
Yeah. And if we had time that we could just do that, I would love to do that. But we're not in a position to do that. But like I said, man, we don't know what the future holds for me and you, Dave, because I believe that me and you put a lot of work into this and we're very passionate about it. So it's going to lead us to big things, man.
It is. I believe I used to not think this as a younger man, but now I see if you just put your head down and work hard and have good ideas, things pop up. And I've ditched a lot of ideas and things like the Nerd and the Turd is gone. The original Capper Collective is gone, even though Nerd Talk has evolved into something. Do I think it's going to blow up? No, but I think there's a shifting. I think we'll see what happens. I think some of us that are putting in work are gonna realize who is and who isn't putting in work and who's getting the attention. And we're gonna figure out ways to get the attention.
Yeah, I agree. Because
I'm with you, Peasy.
my passion for this is invincible, man. I'm telling you. Like I breathe it. I wake up. I'm looking at the box score. Like I'm just.
Oh, I dream about it, and I don't mean this. I don't mean this in no weird way. I don't think you've been in my dreams, but I've had Cab in my dreams, Jimmy the Bag in my dreams, Low Shack, like, and it's because I see you guys' face all the time. Like, I have friends and family and stuff, but I'm more of a homebody fucking hermit. And I spend more time with you guys than I spend with my family. That's crazy.
Hey, I can probably say the same thing. The only person else is my wife, you know, and my son, you know, because I'm home too. When I get off work, I'm here. If I'm not making money somewhere, you know, for a purpose or something, I'm not just out hanging out like that. You know, I don't believe in that. That's where things tend to happen. That's not under your control. You can control what happens in your home. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. But yeah, I'm excited, man. It's like I tell people all the time, like I've never been more passionate about anything in my life. And I'm telling you, sports betting has changed my life, Dave. Like I can literally say it. It has changed because before this was in my life, I was just a stagnant person, you know, just working, trying to have a good job, you know, maintain my bills and just be a man and take care of my family. Mm-hmm. Now I actually have a love for something that I live for each and every day. Not to say that I put those things to the side. It just enhances now because now I have something that I can zone in on and focus and really be good at what I do. You know, and that's why I say the NBA is my sport. But I dabble in NFL and I dabble in MLB. But for me to be all over the place right now, it'll be cost efficient for me. And I believe you lose money that way when you're all over the place. You know, certain things you just need to key in on and stick to what's working for you. And I've really found I've learned that because it's taken me 3 years. I've been doing this for 3 years. The first year was to watch everybody. You know, I was watching Jimmy the Bag. I was watching Jay Money. I was watching everybody on YouTube. And I'm like, you know what, man? I can do this. You know, I'm doing the same thing anyway. You know, I'm just not at the level that they're doing it. So that was the first year, just watching. The second year was meeting all y'all, you know, going to the Palooza, going to these places, meeting them in person, you know, letting them know, hey, man, you know, I got respect for y'all, you know, and I want to earn the respect from y'all as well. So this third year, Dave, it's about learning everything I've learned and putting it into motion. Because I'm telling you, I told my wife already, we're going to dedicate one weekend when football season starts. We're going to go to the casino. And I'm going to let you go on your blackjack, play your little poker, whatever you do. You know where you can find me.
You're going east. You're going to go east to
Louisiana.
Lake
Charles,
Lake Charles. I love. Go to LeBerge, bro.
Yeah. You're going to find me at DraftKings at the sportsbook. That's where LJ from Houston is going to be. If you want to find me. I was there 10
years ago. I loved it.
For real. Because I'm ready to do it, man. Make this money. JPZ, what did he say?
He tends to stay away from big national TV games. I'm with you on basketball too. Cab does amazing job capping those games. I don't because I have a different mindset. I don't think there's a lot of value. I think the lines are really close. All the money's on those games, and if the money's on the games, the algorithm and the books are going to be more on that than the other games. They miss stuff. And in fact, some games they don't even have televised games. I remember there was a game St. Thomas, which is in like Iowa or it's in the Midwest, Nebraska or something.
Yeah,
against Omaha, and the only way you could watch it was on the ESPN. You could listen to their radio, or you could watch it on ESPN. And these are Division I schools, by the way.
Yeah.
You could watch it on ESPN's Gamecast, but the Gamecast and even the sports book wasn't. You know, when you watch a live basketball game, you can see things changing. Mm-hmm. It had 20-second pauses between updates because someone manually, they weren't even paying attention to it. and I hit the over in that game. So there you go.
Yeah, it's a what I don't know what conference it is off the top of my head, but where North Texas is, Memphis is not Memphis, because Memphis is Conference USA.
Isn't the one that it's the one that UTSA is in?
Yes,
it is conference. I think it is conference.
It is okay. So it's two different sides.
I think it is. Also, different schools are in different conferences, and some, you know, it are. I think some schools aren't even in conferences, and some are.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well,
It gets there are so many teams, but I'll look it up right now. North Texas for. I'll just
look up North Texas.
Conference
My daughter
USA
goes to that
basketball.
school, so I was tracking them for a little bit.
Standings. I don't. Oh, actually, it would be this year because I think some bunch of teams moved around. So Conference USA 2023. No, I don't want that. 2023. Here we go.
Mookie Betts on second, looking
View
good.
four more. Sure. You've got Florida Atlantic, North Texas, UTEP, Charlotte. Well, no, wait a minute. That can't be right. That can't be right. That's not right.
Because it had
where can I find it?
What was the team that upset the team this year in the champion tournament first game? Remember they made that run, and we're gonna say we're gonna ride them. Man, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah,
right
it was Florida Atlantic, wasn't it?
Yeah, there you go. That division, that conference. That's the one I was tracking because North.
That was at Popapalooza when everyone was all high on him.
Yeah, that's the division I'm talking about. What conference I'm talking about?
Man, right, I can't find it. I don't know where it's at, but anyway.
Well, yeah, that's the one I was paying attention because my daughter goes to North Texas, so I was trying to track to see.
Oh, she does. That's good. The Mean Green.
Run first inning, looking good.
It is.
He's on third,
and Baltimore's up. Baltimore scored, so the Angels can suck it, or the Rangers can suck it. But
yeah, I saw that coming. For real. But yeah, man, let's go Orioles. Man, I want to hit that one because I was telling my friend about that at work.
What do we got here?
KT Martinez, what are you doing? Is it 2 outs? No, it's just 1 out. Freddie Freeman, was that out? Damn, my son's making a lot of noise in there. Like, for real. But yeah, Dave, man, it's gonna be good, man. Football's gonna be good. Are we gonna we're gonna have to do like a recap show as well, figure out what we could do because I know Jimmy's gonna be doing a Monday night stream, for the most part. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So Tuesday, we'll figure it out, because to me, I don't know about you, when football's on, it seems like the days fly by. Because we have Monday Night Football, right? And then Tuesday we're recapping the weekend before, right?
Quick, yeah.
Wednesday comes, right? We're taking a breather. Okay. Thursday, we got another football game. You know what I'm saying? Then Friday, we're anticipating the weekend. Some people do college, so some people do NFL, some people do both. So I just feel the days fly by when football season's on. It's just amazing. But yeah, it's gonna be exciting, man. I'm definitely gonna. So when is the next? Do you know the Unmuted?
Unmuted tomorrow. We put out a tweet.
Okay.
We've got the international comedian and well-known party animal Sonny Dollywall.
Oh, Sonny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sonny's gonna be on. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
We switched it. 1-0 Dodgers. We got it. Is it a thing? Dave's. It's a thing. It's a fucking thing. Okay, that's it.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Cash on live stream because that's what we do.
Cash it.
Shot time. So that's what I'm talking about, Dave. This is what we do, man. But if you have any more that you want to add, man, we can jump off and enjoy the rest of our night.
We can do that. We hang out or get off. I don't care. I'm doing something on the side here that
How's the poker thing going?
I'm still in it. I'm still in it. No one knows that I'm playing. No one knows my name. I'm not going to reveal my name until it's revealed, but I'm still in it. So,
okay. I need to learn poker, to be honest with you. I never really took the time.
Yeah, I mean, we have that table at pub the whole time. I mean, I pitched a little bit to keep it there. Like it's we sit around and drink and talk and bullshit, and
Yeah, my wife loves it. She loves poker. That's her thing.
Oh, is it cool?
Yeah, she loves it. That's what I said. When we go
Shout out to your wife. She's a saint, man, for dealing with all that stupid fucking shit. I mean, no, we won't get into it,
bro. It's crazy, man. Like the principal story she tells me, I'm like, babe, I cannot do.
For me, there was a ruler. There was a ruler, and you just got whopped upside the head.
Right
now you either get shot or sued. So it's like,
like it's crazy, man. Like she has this student that just has behavior issues, and the student even isn't supposed to be at her school.
Is it a special kid or is it
but her school isn't a special school.
Yeah.
They sent the kid over there because the guy said that she's okay now. He's like, okay, she's able to be around kids, and she's
obviously
her, this story's not.
This story should be like, okay, now, like. Anyway, we don't get into personal lives and stuff, but your wife's a saint. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, man, she is. Because she has to be patient, and she's a patient woman, and like I said, everybody can't do that job. But it's just some people just have to understand, because she said the guy came early and left before the child started acting up, and she was like, she only acts up at this certain time, which how people are, man.
Yeah.
They don't want to deal with other people's issues like that. Because if the world was the way it was, man, we would care about other people's issues and everybody would be cool. But hey, it doesn't work like that. We like to be selfish. We're only looking out for ourselves for the most part.
Yeah. But handle your own business, though. We're the parents. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Anyway. All right, bro. Well, good show, good stuff. We got Unmuted Mike tomorrow, Thursday or Friday. We do our show. You're always welcome. Nick and I are going to do a new Saturday thing. We're taking on a big undertaking. We're going to basically start at noon and go through all of the college football games that are going on until it ends, like 8 or 9 hours later. It's going to be a marathon every Saturday.
Saturday?
No one's doing that. We got to one up everyone. That's just the world we live in. You know what I mean? So
y'all gonna be on all that time on Saturday.
Oh yes, and I'm gonna have to figure out because I have this now thing in my mind where I have to be drinking and smoking on stream because it's always at night, But I can't do that at 12, so but we're gonna do it. And Nick is obviously. Nick and Tim are two of the best all-around cappers, great college football cappers, and we'll be and there will also be college basketball on, and college football and baseball, and it's going to be crazy, man.
I mean, if I'm at home on Saturday, I'll dip in.
Everyone's invited.
I'll definitely dip in. Saturdays because we already discussed them. That's probably going to be reserved for my wife because I'm going to be working Sundays. But hey, if she's doing something, and I can get away. Hey, I'm gonna slide right in and join my guys.
Here we go.
Every time we on stream, man, I can tell somebody. You can always talk me on to something. That ain't no thing. So that's how we vibe, man. I love it. So appreciate you once again, Dave, man, coming on with me. Still got to break down a lot of more divisions. So we're gonna get to it before Labor Day, and we're gonna knock them out, man, and attack this football season. And what else you got? That's all you got for today, man.
That's it. Let's roll. Thanks for having me. Let's cash.
All right, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. RaWordz podcast, and catch y'all next week.
Yeah, R-A-W. Words being served, no concern and no trouble to get that dough. Money on my mind, if it's money all the time, we be pumping on the grind. If it's LJ from Houston, pulling up stats, you'll be pulling in stacks, hitting bookies from the back with no Vaseline. I need green and up 3 quantities for a